Today we're going to be looking at the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, and then we're going to stick around and talk about it. So let's check it out here on Canned Air. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm Jeremy Colley.
I'm Jack Doherty.
I'm Casey Plott.
And like we just said, we're going to be talking about the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, just starting this new unique YouTube content stuff, reviewing current hip things, which was something we typically stay away from. But, we gotta try new stuff, right?
Jump in with the hipness.
Yeah.
Branching out to what the kiddos like.
So I can be young, too. So what I'm going to do is pull up the screen share really quick, and we're going to watch this trailer to kick this off. All right, got it up, guys. You ready?
Ready.
Here we go.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider. I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching
They
powder?
know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even Forrest Bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes! But I can't.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Seriously.
All right, there we have it. There we have it. What do we think, guys? I
can't
know
wait.
this isn't the first time we've all seen it. We've seen it multiple times, but
Every time I get more and more pumped up to see it. Just because I think I'm catching more stuff. Like, I didn't catch that, what's his name, regular guy? Was it Kevin or something like that from the last movie? Peter, yeah. I thought, didn't he die? I could have swore he died.
No, he was the only one who
him.
survived. Yeah, he was the only X-Force member to live.
I remember he landed,
Domino.
but I thought
Him and
something
Domino.
happened. Well, of course, Domino. But yeah, I thought he landed and then something happened to him. I don't know. I've only seen that one a couple of times. But
I
still,
don't know.
he
I think
definitely-
something
he-
did, but wasn't
Like he did
the point of cable there. Didn't they
like
like change it like with cable, like change the time somehow? I can't remember either. It's been a long time.
I'm not sure. I remember him living though. I remember him surviving because he
Right.
landed and then he got out.
I thought
And
he
I don't
got
think he.
puked on by what's his name, the acid mouth.
I felt
guy.
that was
remember
somebody else.
Hmm.
Maybe, but maybe he made it. In my world, Peter's okay.
Right? yeah, because it was too bad to see him, the regular guy that just got hired for no reason, just because, and was the only survivor to land. Yeah.
And I'm really excited for Kimiko and Negasonic Warhead, because I feel like the story that they've built with them over the last couple movies has been wonderful. So I'm super excited for them at the party.
Is that the X-Men and the girl that's always with Colossus? Excuse me.
Yeah. That's Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and Kimiko is his girlfriend. It's her girlfriend. Gotcha. And the one that Wade, I love their interactions all the time. You know, she's always super bubbly, and he's just really excited to see her.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And she's so pissed all the time about the whole thing.
Yes.
It's weird that they're there and you don't see Colossus. I mean, I guess he could be there and he's just not on screen, but it seems like they panned around to show you all the friends.
Yeah, it was weird that there wasn't anyone taller. I mean, maybe there was a tall guy in the background we missed. That could be Piotr, just not all steeled out, but
maybe that wall back there was really him.
Well, being that he's CG, it's like having the Hulkbuster not there and the Hulk there instead.
Yeah,
the Civil War, or Civil War, Winter Soldier, whichever one of those. Yeah.
Whichever one it happens.
Yeah.
Say Spider-Man. I'm lost on this. What'd you say now? I'm
on the previews before on. I think it was Civil War. Whichever one, the Hulkbuster, or no, it was Endgame, or I don't know. The Hulkbuster was put in after because the Hulk was in there.
Oh, that was that wasn't
Infinity War, wasn't it?
Infinity War, or was it? Was it?
It was Infinity War. I know what you're talking about. We're in the trailer. Yeah. There's a scene that has the Avengers charging, and the Hulk's in there with them.
Right.
Where he was never on the field.
Civil War, when Spider-Man, when they were charging each other, Spider-Man was not there at first.
Yep.
Okay. Also in the No Way Home trailer, the first trailer that came out,
the rest of the
showed that
scene
of
there.
Spider-Man swinging into Electro, Doc Ock, and
Sandman,
the Lizard, Sandman. And you can see, I mean, it's only Tom Holland Spider-Man, but like way down here, you can see the Lizard's head get kicked back when there's no one there. So
yeah,
they would have probably gotten away with it if it wasn't for that catch.
Yeah. So,
and all of the wonderful internet nerds who catch all of these wonderful things. God bless them.
The work they do, though, man.
Frame by frame, got to dissect every frame.
Full breakdowns.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't have to do it. They did it for me.
Right.
But I think in this movie, I'm wondering about, when they're jumping through the Doctor Strange portal thing, I think that this is another one of those examples why that portal is just a big white ball instead of being able to see exactly where you're jumping to. Where do you, I would love to hear what your guys' opinions are on where they're jumping to.
I have a feeling that it's going to be another Wong appearance. Wonger's going to be back.
I thought the same thing.
I really hope so. Yeah, I
have no problem.
Love Wong. He's the Sorcerer Supreme, so absolutely he should.
Yeah, he is.
So it should be him. I mean, he could be jumping into the maybe Wong with the X-Men. There's rumor that could be Charles Xavier there. Ooh. So we could have Patrick Stewart on the other side. Maybe he's jumping to the X-Mansion. So one that isn't destroyed and ruined in the future. So that could be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe they're jumping into where they're like the 20th Century Fox in the desert, that whole wasteland. Maybe that's where they're
jumping into,
so because that might be like a second end of the second act type thing clip right there or something.
But that's from Loki, the world between worlds or whatever. Like when you get pruned, that's where you go, which it was, we have seen in like the first glimpses of this trailer, the 20th Century Fox logo laying in the background without any context. Now it got pruned.
It all makes sense now. Yeah.
I love that.
Fits perfectly. And of course, Giant Dead Ant-Man. Is kind of eerie and awesome. One of my other favorite parts of this trailer. Super excited that that's actually a villain's lair. If that's what they're going with, that's fun. That's kind of twisted.
It's like a weird version of Castle Grayskull.
Yeah,
right.
I know when I first saw that, I was just like, "Oh, Giant Man! Oh no!"
What happened?
I had to wait and see one of the stills to actually see that his mouth is open and it's him dead inside of there. It's like, oh god,
yeah.
And there's other shots I've seen, like quick stills from the other perspective where because you can see like when you're looking at the helmet straight on, you can see his like arms are going out this way. And from a screenshot I saw looking, from his head out, his arms like come together and his like fingers are locked up here, kind of like they've made his arms the gates of their city or little village or whatever.
Twisted.
Morbid, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Perfect villain.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the other fun little bits they have in here that I had actually read up on, and I paid attention to it, was they're walking around that corner as, the Madonna really starts banging. There's the lights go out in the storefront, and it's actually Liefeld's Just Feet store.
Yes.
And Rob Liefeld is the creator of Deadpool, and apparently was always mocked because he wasn't great at doing feet of his comic book character. So it's fun that they threw that little Easter egg in there. That was a good one.
Yeah, I saw that in somebody's video. I would have never caught that by myself.
No chance. I get too locked into looking at Wolverine on screen in his freaking yellow and blue outfit. It's awesome.
What do you guys think about his sleeveless look versus having the sleeves and pauldrons on
it looks like at one point, I feel like we did see him with sleeves. So it makes me wonder if they like just get ripped off during the movie.
I think that's what it is. I guess there's been a lot of flack on the internet about him not having sleeves or something like. I don't know. It's stupid. He's wearing the yellow suit. That's all that matters.
Speaking of which,
sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if my arms look that good at 50, you better believe I'm going sleeveless everywhere.
Right?
Speaking of his outfit, though, you think in this movie we're going to get him in the mask as well? I mean, they're so close.
I don't know. I know there was somebody CGI'd a mask on. So like when, Madonna starts playing, him and Deadpool come around and he's got the mask on and it looks sweet. And people are really pissed about it because why isn't it like that already? Maybe they'll be that fan service. It would be the icing on the cake, I think.
I think they're going to do
anything better.
Possibly. I mean, it could be a hood. It could just be that it's laid down and he pulls it up, So, I mean, that's plausible. Maybe.
Yeah. Very plausible. I just hope, even if it is in the movie, I don't think it's like he's going to be wearing it like Batman all the fucking time. I think it might be one of those things like when he first appears, like maybe he's wearing it. There's a confrontation where he gets his mask knocked off and his sleeves ripped off.
It'll be like a Batgirl type thing from what was it, Batman and Robin?
Yes.
She only had ears for a hot second before those things disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to the battle and then she ripped them off. Like, what the fuck was the point?
Well, there were so many bad choices for costumes in that movie anyway.
Yeah.
that's a whole
nipples
different
for one. That's it. Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, and then they didn't give them to her. That's discrimination.
Exactly.
Bingo. No equality.
Exactly. Nipples for all or nipples for no one.
Going back to Deadpool, I wonder if it'll be like a Deadpool giving Wolverine shit kind of thing. Like, come on, put it on just one time. And then he'll put it on and that'll be it. He'll just be like, yes, all excited.
Could be. It's hard to say, but I think they're going to do it. I think they're definitely got to do it, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, when they're jumping through the portal, it looks like it's something hanging from the back of his neck. So maybe the cowl's there. And
I'll have
he just
to look
doesn't
again.
wear
I
it.
didn't notice that.
Maybe he'll be like pissed or something because I don't want to put that stupid thing on. Come on, do it.
I can't
so
see
he puts it on
when
and
I
he's
have
just
it on.
like harumph when he puts it on. Deadpool's just like, oh yeah.
I hope that's why they actually start fighting. It's over that. That would be awesome.
That'd be great.
That would be funny. No, I hope we do see it. But it's one thing. I don't think no matter, they'd have to be very careful about how they made it look to make it. I don't know. It's a tricky thing. Like in the not the behind the scenes, but deleted scenes to the Wolverine movie where he, the Silver Samurai film. Yeah. There was a scene where that girl gives him a case that has an outfit and he opens it up and the mask is laying there. And I feel like there was a deleted scene in another X-Men movie too, where maybe he pulled open a drawer in his bedroom and you could see it there for a quick second. It's been, teased at before, just never on the head.
Yeah, I feel like that was X2. I feel like I recall that, what you're talking about, when they get new uniforms and they're on the Blackbird or something, they pop it open.
Yeah,
and
something
you see
like
the
that.
case. Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a long time, but it was, yeah, they were both deleted scenes. I don't think any of them made them into any of the films. So this makes me think, everyone's been talking about it and wanting it. And, this movie just seems like they're gushing fan service up our ass, so.
But that's what Deadpool is. Deadpool's fantastic for giving us that Casey. Fan service. No. I'm appreciative 100% because I have to say it has done exactly what I've wanted to every time. So Deadpool has never let me down, even with Shatterstar, just becoming Splatterstar. I was totally okay with it because he pulled out his swords and it was like, yes, he really is that big of a tool.
Deadpool 2, I felt was not nearly as good as the first one. It was good. I enjoyed it, but that kid got on my nerves quite a bit for some reason. I don't know. It's just not my favorite.
No, I can totally see that. I mean, I think Cable for me overshadowed the kid. Yes. But I do understand 100% where you're coming from because there were scenes with him where it was like, dude, just stop being a jerk. Why is he so mean? Why is this kid so rude? He's got someone who's trying to help him. What the heck's going on? So I completely understand that. But once again, another situation where I got one of my other favorite mutants, so I got Cable. So I was happy no matter what. I was like, we're good.
Is it hard for you not to hear Thanos when he's talking?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
He's there every time. It is 100% purple face.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
Well, shoot, anything. Even watching Dune, hearing him talk, that's Thanos is here.
Especially in Dune, actually. I'll give you that, because even Guernsey sounds more like him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he does.
So, what about this villain? Have you seen anything about her?
I've heard a little bit of quick blurbs about who it is. I've looked her up a little bit. I thought it was like a young version of the Ancient One at first, especially when I saw the portal at the end.
Yeah, and she looks just like her.
It's not right. But then I found out it's not. Was it Nova?
Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova.
Which is Professor X's sister or something like that, I think.
Yeah, her evil twin sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. I mean, it'll curious to see how that plays out. But once again, we're into that sort of everything is kind of spiraling around all these sinister, and we're getting a lot of that in the animated show. So it could be, if they want to play evil twin and make it soap opera-esque, why not? Deadpool already jumped the shark in the first movie, so let's just keep going.
Yeah, right. I thought seeing her on screen is a lot nicer to look at, I guess, than her comic book appearance, because she's creepy as hell looking in there. It's like a bad clone version of Professor X. Her head's like super big. It's so weird looking.
Listen to this description I found online. This is from comicbookclublive.com. It says, if you want a much more complicated answer, Nova in the comics was a Momodre, I don't know what that is, a collection of malignant cells created in the astral plane that Xavier was forced to kill in the womb. Those cells continued to survive, powered by hate alone, and grew on a sewer wall into a near copy of Xavier. On a sewer wall.
Gross.
That is 100% something.
No wonder she's so pissed.
That is absolutely what Ryan Reynolds would include to be one of his villains. Like, that sounds absolutely, you were scraped off a wall and became the bad guy.
I don't know. She is my least favorite part of this trailer. She just looks kind of generic, and I'll probably be very wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I was really hoping this was a movie that didn't need a villain. I wanted the villain to be the state of the MCU. That's what they're fighting to save. With Deadpool being such, breaking the fourth wall all the time kind of stuff. I don't know.
Overall, it could be. She's probably just something to take what's that, the MacGuffin? Everyone to focus on while the MCU's in shambles, and that's actually what they're fixing.
Yeah, because it could be, Deadpool's fixing the MCU by battling this other character, because now we're including the X-Men. It's his way of, he's winning over the MCU by bringing in the X-Men, therefore, battling for success.
It's all her fault with her psychic abilities. She's been corrupting Disney, making horrible stuff.
Oh my gosh. Wouldn't that be great if they did that? Because, She-Hulk tried that too.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of She-Hulk because I'm a fan of anything that breaks the fourth wall.
Yes.
And She-Hulk did it before Deadpool. So I thought it was done really well. And the ending being, fighting Feige and all of the terrible ideas and things that have come out that were split. So it's interesting. I think this will be fun because I think it'll be done in a way where she represents the reason for all the action. Meanwhile, the action is what's saving the MCU. Maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. I hope so. I don't know. I just hope it's just... I don't know what to make of it. Because wasn't Wade's girlfriend killed in the second movie?
Vanessa, but... So
Then
that's kind of interesting, too, because remember, Wade's obsessed with death. So maybe we finally get Lady Death in here.
Oh.
And Lady Death would be
Right.
able to bring Vanessa back.
Damn. That or she's a variant. That's the only other thing.
Variant could be a variant. I mean, if we're already dealing with a Professor X twin clone thing, maybe.
This Wade could be a variant, too, right?
True. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we already kind of know that the Wolverine is, right? We know this isn't the same Wolverine we've been watching in all these films for the past 20 years.
Right.
And he does mention Foggy. Foggy is the one who's telling him not to do blow.
I know.
And
I caught that too.
Yeah, and I hadn't caught that until this viewing. That's the first new thing I've seen in there, and I was like, wait a minute. If they're getting Foggy and that's how we're bringing in some Daredevil stuff too, come on, this is fantastic.
Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Dagger.
See John Favreau come in as Foggy?
As who? Foggy? Who's Foggy?
Matt Murdock's best friend.
He was
and
in
law
there?
partner. He's mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one. He's the reason at the end there when Deadpool goes, Foggy told me I can't do that anymore. He's talking about not being able to blow.
Feige. Kevin Feige, head of Marvel.
Oh.
Marvel Disney. Them giving them permission to make this movie, like no cocaine in this movie.
You just
so that's why they just reference it a lot. That's fine. All right, cool. Thank you for stamping on my soul, but it's fine. It's fine. I guess clarifications are important.
It wasn't fucking Foggy. Listen, it's Feige. Feige. I'm sitting here thinking, man, I really missed something. Where the hell was Foggy at?
I don't know. It sounded like Foggy.
That's what I'm going with.
Me too.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
What relevance would Foggy have telling Deadpool in this situation?
He's a lawyer.
Fucking
some
what?
legal ramification.
Yeah. But Feige makes more sense.
They both make sense.
Yeah, they both fit. You know what? What if it's Foggy Feige and it's a hybrid character, right? Huh?
I want to see the YouTube comments on this one. Was it Feige or Foggy? Come on, people.
Yeah.
You have to let us know.
Yeah, only you can settle this, truly.
So one of the things I wanted to bring up, because I'm curious of y'all's opinion of this is something for me. I've really enjoyed that. I mean, this is happening for the last 15 years, the way they've been using music in all these trailers and the way they've been using contemporary music, throwback music. I mean, I still say James Gunn is one of the best at it. How did y'all feel about this choice with Like a Prayer?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It's just slow enough, and it has, I don't know, just something about the music itself when something shit's about to go down. I don't know. It's so dramatic, I guess, but it fits perfectly. And we don't have a lot of music today that can do that kind of thing.
No, not that builds the climax, the swell, the way it comes together was just done brilliantly.
Yeah, James Gunn's
love it.
Needle Drop is now copied by everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you seen Fallout at all?
Oh, yeah.
Tons of needle drops in that, right? Like every 5 minutes, there's a new song blaring.
Yep.
No problem with that. Bring it on. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm happy that this is a trend that is continuing, and I think it's one that has maintained, and I don't see falling apart. I think this is one of the good ones that hopefully will go throughout our lifetime. And especially Madonna's Like a Prayer has a special place in my heart. So to be able to see this in Deadpool and Wolverine is just like, come on.
It was so good. I loved the hell out of it. But these Deadpool movies have always had, every one starts off with a solid like 80s song like that.
Yeah.
Truth.
But no, it hit right on point. Like it was so perfect. I had to download the song and listen to it.
So that's like the Guardians 3 trailer when they had Space Hog playing. That song brought that. As soon as I heard that or saw that trailer, I went and re-downloaded that song because I had to listen to that one again. Because I don't know, it fits so perfectly with that too. Just being space and then the group.
You know what I miss so bad? And I know Guardians movies definitely put out soundtracks, but like in the 90s, like the soundtracks you would get music from and inspired by this movie. And it was, a collection of songs from bands that songs you've never heard from bands you like, or a movie would sign with a rock band and they would write the two like themes for the song. I think the last one I remember was Spider-Man with Nickelback.
Yes. Yeah, gosh, that was that one with it was Saliva and Nickelback, and it was just a whole slew of them all together.
Yeah, I can't say I enjoyed that soundtrack, but I've got so many soundtracks from those days. And now when I go to look for soundtracks, typically, sometimes you'll find one kind of like that, but mostly it's either just the score, which sometimes I want just as bad, but a lot of the times they don't even have soundtrack anymore. It's just you'll find a single. Like a playlist that somebody's made and put on Apple Music or Spotify. Which is fine too. That works too. But I don't know. I like having the official thing.
They usually launched as singles because I've got I think it's Soundgarden for the first Avengers.
Ooh, yeah.
I have. Yep. But that's all that was. I mean, the rest of it I think is probably score.
Yeah, because I remember I remember back in the day, one of my favorites is Disturbing Behavior, because you had like The Flies, Got You Where I Want You.
Ooh, nice.
Songs like that, those were awesome. Or like, Creed on Scream 2 with What If. Like, those were awesome, man. Those were great.
I'm trying to look up this Soundgarden song. You said Avengers?
I believe it was. I'm looking for it right now. Yeah.
Live to Rise?
Live to Rise, yep.
I don't remember that. I'll have to listen to that later.
Was it the first Avengers? Yeah, I think it was.
Anyway, another thing I wanted to bring up quick is there are some contradicting things about this Wolverine. And they're just seemingly coming from everyone else's mouth. But, we see that Deadpool says, well, you're just going to walk away while you're walking away just like you did before when you let your world go to shit. And he turns over and he goes, come again, like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Then we see the guy at the TVA saying this Wolverine let down his entire world. And then a little bit later, after the dramatic walk-in or during it, it cuts to a scene with them sitting in a car or like outside. And he's like, I'm no hero, kid. And he goes, what did he say? I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do, to Wolverine. So, like, what's going on? He saved the world. He let a whole world down. Like, I can't... I know that's the point, but I can't pin what this Wolverine story is.
I mean, it could tie into the Days of Future Past.
That's what I'm thinking.
We can get some of that. That's the only thing I can think of that's really relevant to that. But also, if he let the future down, then obviously something happened where he wasn't a part of it. So where it clearly is a veer off from Logan. This isn't the Logan Wolverine, which does make me happy. So we're not getting that grumpy old man. We get a different grumpy old man.
But there's that scene where, like, maybe right after he says, you're going to let your world down again, or let your world fuck up like your world did. There's a scene where he's standing in like grass, and it looks like next to these great big like statue monument looking things. It looks like the sky's dark. It looks very Days of Future Past. So maybe that's the only thing
I can think of, or maybe there's an apocalypse reference in there.
Maybe
that's plausible. Somehow he walked away from the X-Men, and by doing so, something happened or didn't happen.
But how is it so misconstrued? I wonder how one side's being like he let his whole world down, where Wade sees it as you saved the world. I don't know how to do that. You do. Like, it's weird.
Unless he knows him saving one from somewhere else, even though it's not the one that he found.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right. Yep. That could be it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We could also, I just would like to note that I think this is one of the better trailers for giving us a question like that and making us being more inspired to go see the movie. So
they had my money before this trailer. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But this is just well, you know what? This trailer, they are getting more money out of me, because now I want a popcorn bucket that has their faces on it. Now I want cups and stuff. I want merch.
All the merch.
I want to get that merch. Let me see. I've heard people say too, and who knows if this is true, but that this movie, though people are calling it Deadpool 3, might technically not be Deadpool 3, even though it's the third movie. I don't know. Does that make any sense to you?
Once it said Wolverine or Deadpool and Wolverine, I was like, okay, so it's not a sequel.
Right.
So is that just common knowledge?
Yeah, it's probably not going to have that direct link because it is the break from the 20th Century Fox stories. It is the entering into the new era. So that way it allows him to branch out and do more and not have to be beholden to everything before. Also gives us a chance to maybe actually have real X Factor. Because I do see here on the IMDb page, which will always ruin your future. Don't look at this if you're interested. But Shatterstar's on there.
Really?
So that alone tells me that this is potentially something different. Also, maybe another reason we don't see Colossus.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did we just solve this shit?
Maybe.
We know what's happening to this movie.
Kandar's really investigative reporting on Deadpool Wolverine.
Exactly. We got real deep with it, even so deep to see Jennifer Garner's Elektra.
Yes, I've seen.
What?
She's on it. I know there's been like her arm in like this color of her suit you could kind of see in a clip, but people are thinking it's going to be her.
Read the fucking list. I don't care about spoilers. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Here comes the IMDb
so we've got
cast.
Kelly Hu will be playing Yuriko.
Right.
So we've got her in there, which is going to be big. Yep, that Lady Deathstrike.
Yeah.
We've got Josh Brolin as Cable.
I didn't think he was going to be in it. I heard he wasn't, but
apparently it's in there. Jason Fleming is Azazel.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen him in there.
Some Azazel.
Yeah.
Yep. Louis Tan again as Shatterstar. Aaron Stanford is coming back as Pyro.
I saw that
from X2, so that's exciting. And then I'm not sure who this character is, but we have Ray Park in there as Mortimer Toynbee.
Well,
Ray Park.
Oh, Toad. He's Toad. Sorry, Toad. Yeah, duh. So that's what we've got. And then also, let's see. I think that was it. Yeah, Cassandra Nova is officially who's going to be. Emma Corrin is playing Cassandra Nova.
And,
so that's who she's listed as.
The guy who plays, I can't remember his name, and I should.
Dopinder?
No, the guy who plays Sabretooth. Sabretooth's going to be in it.
Oh.
From the X1, the first one.
That's a rumor from the stills from the trailer, because there's a guy that's got like a big cloak on. He's real big that they're thinking is going to be Sabretooth.
Even before the trailer, I was hearing that, though. Like, he had been seen on set in that outfit or something. I feel like there were like really grainy pictures of it. That would be sweet.
Yeah. Yes. Because I just would love some Wolverine Sabretooth fighting and swearing at each other.
And that we didn't get enough of them fighting with the yellow and blue Wolverine. That's perfect.
That would be so cool. I'd be so down for that.
Tyler Mane.
Yes.
It. Yeah. There we go.
We tried to get him a long time ago, but as you can see, it didn't happen.
not Liev Schreiber's. That one's gone. No X-Men Origins
I liked his performance. I did. That movie was not good, but I liked his performance. He was creepy. I loved his nails. I love how he would like roar and like run on all fours. He looked awesome.
It did. It was unfortunate it was a crappy movie.
Unfortunately. The wardrobe was a little corny too, I guess.
Speaking of that movie, there's supposed to be 5 Deadpools in this. Regular Deadpool, Lady Deadpool, which is supposed to be Ryan Reynolds' wife. Dog, which we've seen that, so that's 3. Then there's like I think one like Kid Pool or something. I can't remember that one, but Head Pool, which is supposed to be rumored to be Ryan Reynolds' head from that movie.
Nice. The mouthless one.
Yeah. Well, his mouth opens up at the end, remember? The deleted scene or the end credit scene.
No, I don't remember. His mouth opens. How?
Yeah, I don't know. You like ripped it open or pushed, somehow tore it open or something like that. I vaguely remember it.
Huh.
Yeah, I got reminded about that today because I was like, that doesn't make sense. And they're like, no, at the very end, remember? His mouth opened up.
Nah, I don't remember that because I just remember him being kicked off the smokestack and then falling really far.
While his head's spinning and like cyclopsing the silo down.
Yeah, that's right. Do your homework.
I don't know. Clearly. I don't remember that shit.
I mean, I remember Ryan Reynolds going back and killing him.
Yes.
And killing himself before he took the Green Lantern role. So that was...
I hope he doesn't really regret that. I mean, I'm sure it bought him a house or something, but so how could you regret it? But that was a fun movie. It wasn't good, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. I actually enjoy that movie, but it's bad. It's bad.
There are several superhero movies made since then that are way worse.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If the worst thing you have to do is complain about an outfit that's just animated, there's plenty now. That's well in the rear view.
I think that's an outfit, though, that needs to be animated. You know, it's like alien technology kind of stuff. You know, you don't want it to just look like molded armor. It had this cartoony like glow. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I thought it was
I think they can do better now.
Oh, no doubt. I didn't think it looked horrible. Is that what people say? It just looks horrible?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's huge backlash about that one. People hated that one.
I need to go look at it
was
again.
That bad.
No,
I agree.
don't
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought the villain was terrible. That's what I disliked about the movie so much. I was like, you have Sinestro. Right. Why don't you just use Sinestro, man?
And they tease him at the end to never give it to us.
Yeah.
And a perfect Sinestro.
Oh, he was great. It's Mark Strong. I love that actor. He's so good.
If they want bad CGI, I direct them back to The Mummy 2, The Scorpion King, or whatever it was. Like that. Fuck. Like that's bad CGI. Think your lucky stars you got what you got in the Green Lantern after seeing that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's funny, too, because that's one of the worst CGIs out there, and yet still gave it the ability to have his own movie.
That's true.
People were interested enough that they were like, nah, remember that terrible scorpion thing guy? Yeah, I want to see that guy.
Yeah. I mean, the concept was cool. And, you know, The Rock was fucking everything then. It seems like he still kind of is. I mean, how does he stay consecutively the shit?
By being late everywhere.
What's that?
By being late everywhere. So everyone's excited to get him in.
Yeah. Maybe that's his secret. What if The Rock turned up in this movie in Deadpool and Wolverine? I'd be so pissed off.
Oh, gosh. He shows up all painted silver. Hey, I'm Colossus. No, you're not.
Get out of
Come
here.
on.
Oh, man. So any other thoughts on this trailer, guys?
Oh, July needs to hurry up.
Yeah, can't get here fast enough, and I'm probably going to watch it again once we jump off of here, because just that song, the way they use that song, man, I cannot get over it. I can not say enough about it, how much I love it.
It's perfect. They couldn't have chose a better song.
Until
Truly.
this trailer, I wouldn't have just been like, you know what? I want to listen to Living on a Prayer.
No, Like a Prayer.
Or Like a Prayer.
Bon Jovi.
Like a Prayer.
Either way. Yeah, I wouldn't have been. But now I'd be like, throw that shit on right now. I need to jam out.
I wonder if I could make an edit of this trailer with Living on a Prayer and see if that would have the same kind of impact as Like a Prayer. I mean, hearing the song in my head now, it could possibly work. I don't think it would be as cool as Like a Prayer, but it could possibly work.
It's where you're going to get that building is the thing, man. It's going to be different with the wow, 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 you know, but it could work.
That's all I can picture. Yeah. Wow, 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 wow. While they're walking out from behind the truck.
Just imagine like when they're jumping from the skull into the portal, you hear we're halfway there.
Yes, see? Oh, that works really well.
As the credits, come in and shit.
And then that random douche, 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 douche.
This summer, kadoosh, kadoosh.
Get ready for action and adventure. Wow!
Oh, you got my money. Take it. So, with the MCU being in a state of seeming turmoil, where they can't make a movie that anyone wants to see anymore, People have said, this movie is kind of dubbed to be what saves the MCU. Do we think that this is possible? Do we think that one movie, no matter how good this is going to rejuvenate anyone's interest in what's happening in the MCU? Because, okay, they meld the X-Men we know, the 20th Century Fox X-Men, to the MCU. Let's say that's what's happening. Hugh Jackman had already said he's done with this character. So, really, what's the point past this of doing that? Because I can't imagine a lot of these people who have been playing these characters for 20 years are going to want to make another series of movies. I would think they would recast if they were going to make their own X-Men.
They might be able to do that with this. Get a lot of brand new of old characters that we know, brand new people playing those characters, and then from now on until start using them instead.
Great way to absolutely introduce the new alternates too. Mm-hmm. So this could be the alternate universe timeline now, because we've had a good run with the Alpha Flight series. I think they did a decent job, but we've always had Wolverine. But we did in Logan get X-23, and there is talk about rejuvenating to the new core, new fans out there who their Avengers, their X-Men are very different than ours from the 92 run.
Right.
So this could be interesting. I think it'll do a good job of, if nothing else, bringing the mutants forward and allowing different characters to play as that, and hopefully we get something different out of it. I don't know if anything's going to save the MCU at this point, because I don't think there's enough out there to really inspire people to want to come back to it. I think the heyday is done. I think the best of the best has happened. We got some incredible storylines and some fantastic tales with characters we all know and love, but you can't go further from that. Even recasting, I don't know that a quote-unquote new generation wants that.
No, I don't either. The thing is just, you're right. It's had its moment, and that moment lasted way longer than it even should. We had that moment for a long time.
I don't think there's a way that they can also make a whole big story come together the way Infinity War did, because there's too many. I mean, our heroes are getting old. They're going to get recast. So we've seen them do their thing. We need new people, and there's no way to make new stories work with these new people, because it's always been the old ones. So
I don't know. I feel like there's enough content out there where they could maybe recast and rekindle some attention. But my big thing is the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. There are things I've always wanted the MCU to do, and they haven't been able to. But how long have they had 20th Century Fox now? They've had it under their belt for some time, right?
Yeah, they didn't have all the characters though, so that was the other thing. Is they didn't. I mean, they only got Fantastic Four 3 years ago. I want to say, whenever that terrible one came out, whenever the last bad one was.
That was longer than 3 years ago. That was closer to 10 years ago, wasn't it?
2019? Was that 2019?
It might have been somewhere around there.
What? I thought it was much longer ago than that. I got to look that up.
Yeah. Me as well.
But I want to see Doctor Doom in the MCU. I've said it so many times. That's what I want to see.
Oh, Chris Evans is supposed to be rumored to show up in Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, as Thor.
No, as Johnny
Storm. Yep.
Oh, you said Chris Evans. Yeah. I've also heard Chris Hemsworth is supposed to have a Thor cameo.
Yep.
But who knows if any of this shit's true.
You're right. That Fantastic Four movie, that Nightmare Hell, was back in 2015.
That's what I thought.
I can't even believe that. Man. Yeah, that's shocking. I don't know. Because they've done a great job with all of these. I've enjoyed the characters we've gotten. I don't know what more they can bring to it, and I don't know how many more people are going to be inspired to watch it. I know my daughter is ready for her Ms. Marvel, and she wants her Spider-Gwen, and that's what she's ready for.
Sure.
And they're starting to reach that age where that's going to be kind of the next round of stuff to come through.
One thing you're forgetting, Casey, is this is about me.
Oh, fair. You're right. I swing and a miss on my part, bro.
No, you're absolutely right. And they should have their movies too. I just feel like we were kind of robbed of a good Fantastic Four. Those first couple films were fun, but not good. And it's a property that I think would be nearly impossible to do great with. It's so out there, but not that the other stuff isn't, but a guy who stretches really long can look dorky even in like the most harrowing moment of action. The thing I think that's the one thing they did right in that horrible movie was the way they made him look. Thought he looked pretty awesome in that film.
Mm-hmm.
I'll agree.
I just want to see Doctor Doom, but I've heard that, because they've started casting that film and like Pedro, whoever his name is, the real popular guy,
Pascal.
Pascal is going to be Reed Richards.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard that it's going to be Galactus or something about Galactus in it. And that's they're possibly casting a woman as the Silver Surfer.
That's true. She is cast. But then I also heard something about that there was another Silver Surfer. So I don't know if Norrin Radd's going to be there also, or maybe, I don't know.
Could be. We'll see how it works out. I mean, Vanessa Kirby for Sue Storm, I'm down for that. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards, sure. Eben Moss Bachrach will be playing Ben Grimm. He's great in The Bear. He's the older brother in The Bear who's a jerk. He's wonderful. If you haven't seen that show, highly recommend.
I've heard a lot about it, yeah.
Really good. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, Julia Garner as whatever the Silver Surfer's character is, Shalabal.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the Silver Surfer makes sense. You can recast that however you want. That's not going to matter. It's, an intergalactic being who just is the herald of Galactus. That's all you need to be.
That's it.
Yeah.
I just hope it's good. I just want it to be good. I just want one more hurrah, Casey. Is that too much to ask for?
It's never too much to ask for, but life, she don't always give.
That's the truth.
We won't ask for the Fantastic Four again if this doesn't work out. We'll just stop.
We can't. All I want is a Doctor Doom. I don't even need Fantastic Four anymore. Just give me a good Doctor Doom at this point. I'm with you on that much, Jeremy. Absolutely.
Right, that's a good point.
Yeah.
What if
Just
they made like
movie.
a series, like a Disney Plus series, Doctor Doom, like Origins of Doctor Doom, like with his mother and stuff?
Yes, and just call it Victor, and it's him with like coming out of Latvia and everything. Oh, it'd be rad.
It'd be tight.
Oh yeah,
right.
That'd be so good.
It ends with him with the armor and getting that first set of mechanics and everything, and the robots and everything with him. Oh yes,
Doombots. It's just one of those.
That would be the worst ending. That would be the worst ending.
What would be the worst ending?
He gets his armor, and then that's the end. And then you're just like, "Come on, no one wants to use it."
Well, that's where season 2 comes in.
Right.
Bingo.
Year 1. Doctor Doom, year 1.
If they were willing to do a Loki season 2, they've got to give us a Doom season 2, right?
Yeah, I would think. But I think Jack's right. It would be hard to make that a complete origin story because you would be robbed. You're like building up to the badass, and then once you got the badass, it's just like, ta-da, the end. Like,
Well, not so much.
What?
Since you could still have him doing like, because we get Matt Murdock in that first season of Daredevil being a badass, and then he doesn't get the red outfit until the last episode.
Yeah.
Where he really uses it. So we could have Doom growing up, being this brilliant scientist and, understanding what his destiny is and what he's supposed to do and become. And then he gets the armor, does something really cool with it, and then boom, Doom. Credits.
That would be really good, actually, because people that don't know Doom as well would really appreciate who he is and how smart he is and everything.
Who do you think has more bots of themselves? Dr. Doom or Nick Fury?
Doom.
Ooh.
Think so?
Probably Doom.
Because there's a lot of Fury bots.
Right.
There are, but I gotta say Doom, just because I presume doesn't he have that whole silo, that whole tower in his castle is just where he was pumping them out, right? That was just, they were ready to go. I could have sworn they were just spooling. Maybe that was the video game, but.
And what was so cool, about both of their bots, you never ever knew if you were talking to the real one, and you probably never were talking to the real one.
No, you could walk up to him in the bathroom and be like, "Hey, Nick or Doom, what's going on?" And they'll be like,
"Nice penis."
They'll be like, "No, I'm a robot." Boom, and then you're blown up. And you're like, "Damn, I thought that was the right one that time."
Thought I got him.
Why'd you choose the bathroom?
Because it's somewhere where you would not expect someone with a real life decoy to be at. That's where I would be if I had life model decoys everywhere else. I'd be in the bathroom.
Yeah, I'd just be hiding constantly in some sort of nice niche sweet bathroom, but it was tuned up like Tim the Tailor, the Tool Man, when it had like, the reclining toilet with a seat that actually has like beer in it and everything. Yeah. So you're just good. No reason to ever leave the bathroom.
Nope.
And your bots have no reason to enter.
Take a shit at the same time.
My friend, you're just not trying hard enough.
It'll happen.
Perhaps
It'll
you're
happen. Right. You're there for a while. Just let it go. You'll be fine.
I don't know, but the bending over it feels like that might make a mess. Maybe that's a good place to end this.
Once we start going to the toilet, it's time to end this episode.
Something that seems to happen a lot on this show, isn't it? But, well, everyone, let us know what you guys thought of the trailer and our episode here, being our first trailer review. Like we said, trying out new things. But I think overall, we're very, very excited to see this film. I'm sure you guys are. I would love to hear any huge people with a huge complaint about it. Like someone's argument who thought the trailer looked horrible, doesn't want to see it. I'd love to know why. But I haven't heard anyone saying that.
No.
So
yeah, I haven't either.
But maybe in the comments.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments after you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and that little like thumb. Here we are, Jack. I got it out. And I was quick and... All right. Well, until next time, I'm Jeremy Colley.
And I'm Jack Doherty.
And I'm Casey Plott.
Be excellent to each other, everyone.